You know, in order to win in the big leagues, you've really got to be a strong competitor. If you're not a strong competitor, you're gone.
There was no more fierce competitor in baseball, or maybe anywhere on the planet, than Tyrus Raymond Cobb.
Ty Cobb was a player that did everything hard. As soon as he got his uniform on, he was a different man.
He always maintained that, you know, once you get out there on the field, you can't be weak and submissive and let the other guy beat you out.
Paranoia, fierceness, outright fear drove Cobb to perform.
A very driven individual, one of these people that you see once or twice in a generation, a ball player that gets the max out of his potential, out of his body, and just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing.
Nowhere was that more evident than when Cobb was on the bases.
He was somewhat ruthless on the base paths.
When he'd slide into a base, he'd try to hit the second baseman. He'd try to run right into him with his legs. If he could knock the man down, that's what he'd do.
He really baffled the baseman, I think. They didn't know exactly what he was going to do.
Just took everything. Just took bases, took every advantage that there was to take on the field. Just a very dominant player.
Today you see a graphic that says, you know, this player has batted .350 over his last 5 games. Ty Cobb batted .366 over a 20-year-plus career.
To win the batting crown 9 years in a row, as Cobb did, is probably one of the most difficult and, in today's world, underappreciated feats.
He would hit with his hands separated rather widely on the bat. Anyone who thinks that this style wouldn't work today is nuts, because that stance enabled him to make a last-minute adjustment at the plate.
He was generally considered, by those who saw him play at the time, to be the greatest baseball player of that era, including Ruth.